to call it? Hydrofusion modules? Yes! Huh? Oh dear. Oh! Crap! Son of a... The name is... Muto.
Power deactivated. 3 minutes until reactor meltdown.
Alright, let's do it. So here's our progress. We are at, those numbers, whatever that means. Yeah, I typed in Muto, and the first game that came up was Muto Ray Ray. I don't know what that is. Like even if you like look it up, it's a board game apparently. It's a New Zealand board game. All right. But yeah, we might need all 86 of the green things. I think we need 3850 of the isotopes. The DNA we might be done with at this point. I don't think we're probably quite done. But the DNA is a weird system. Most of it is apparently not required. And then we do need all 17 of those thingies at the bottom. And you can see we are on World 2 out of 4 because this game is just way too goddamn long. Forgot about this frame rate. Ooh. Alright, let's see. We're going to here. I somehow managed to not get the rig ending. There's something weird about the rig, though. I think it's like set up into multiple spokes was the vibe I was getting last time we played this. So I have to try to remember how you play. Yo, Moogle, thanks for the 9 months. Appreciate it lots. I hope you are doing well. These guys have to be thrown into walls. So... Janitor, no. Formulas, no. I think we want Master Plan, Aquam. Like, you can see that I missed basically everything in the rig. I don't know how I did that. I don't know how I managed to miss, like, the entire, like everything. And then Hydro Station, I haven't even been to. Apparently I'm doing these out of order, because now we're at Waterworks. The level design in Aquam has just been really, really bad. It's made it hard to understand what I'm even supposed to be doing, or where I'm going. Uh-oh, yeah, I'm falling in. Yo, hey Rebel, do you know this one? You might be the first person to ever know this game. There's isotopes down there. Bruh. Joester made you play this at ESA Summer a couple weeks ago. Oh, how'd you like it? It's a great game, right? Fuck you, get out of here. The enemies are just like very obnoxious, to be honest. I wish they simply wouldn't. Couldn't finish it. I mean, I don't know if you know about the requirements for finishing this game, but this game is really, really long. I should probably get the underwater stuff before I move on. Yeah, whatever. How? He even... There's a task for the GBA version of this? Interesting. Nope. They're like aimbots. Their aim is actually insane. They don't miss. Anyway, we gotta become a fish anyway. How many more movie games there are? Ah, well. You know? That's a good question. I'm not sure how many more are left. You have to like throw, I forget what they're called. There's those guys who you just abuse. You have to throw the guys at the switches to turn them on. There's like 6 switches, dude. I don't want to. I think I did see the SRC page. It was a while ago. There's like a run that's like 8 hours or something, right? There's a really, really long run for this game. Any percent is marked as no cheats. The more I play this, the less confident I become in the no cheats lifestyle. One any percent run of 5 hours with no video from a deleted user. I see. Oh. Okay. That fan just kills you. I think we might get to keep our progress though. I think I've done this before. And if you die, no, you don't get to keep your progress. That run has comments on it. SRC comments. The dreaded SRC comments section. And I guess there was no one there to turn it off, so This is definitely a thing that's worth doing 6 times. Just why? Yeah, well, okay. So, do you know the lore about Long Play Archive, the guy who uploaded that? All of his runs are done with save states. They're all tool assisted. And he just cuts out all of the deaths. So his 7-hour playthrough is actually like a very clean, casual playthrough, because anytime he would do something wrong, he just goes back and redoes it. That guy... It sounds like I have major beef with him. I really don't, but that's... He has videos up for every GameCube game, and we've referred to him many times for things.
Main drill outtake activated. Goo levels may drop to dangerously low levels. Don't let Carla find out.
Don't let Carla find out. Who's... What? Yeah, that's the lore. That's why the any percent time isn't that much lower, because it's probably hard to go much faster than he does without glitches or some type of big game knowledge. Oh, that doesn't come all the way down. Did I, like, get him stuck somewhere? What's the sound effect? I feel like I got him stuck on something, and it's just constantly making the zap sound. Like, it's even doing it in the menus. Yeah, it's also not one guy, it's a team of guys, but... You know, understandable. They have videos up for thousands of games. Hopefully this death will reset the sound. It didn't. I mean, I could just reload. I'm starting to get the feeling that we're going to be hearing this zap sound for the next 2 hours unless I load the save. I think I, like, threw him. I threw him backwards, and I guess he just, like... I think I, like, orphaned the sound effect by despawning him. Or something. I threw him through a loading barrier. He's so dead, dude. I'm at 1 HP. I'm not dead. Yeah, I agree. It is pretty fun to break sound effects.
3 analog knobs that regulate the turbine so that it doesn't spin too fast. Dial.
Okay. Hey Theo. I don't know what you mean by this. This is just normal gaming. Where do I even go? I feel like that... Isn't this the top? This is the end of the room. It's weird that it's... Like, I'm still missing 5 of these, but... Where the XXX am I? Oh, good. It stopped. Maybe there was like a way underwater. I missed a couple of these at least. That's good to get them. Oh yeah, there's gonna be 2 more in this crates. Gotta bring the idiot back here. I think I'm just gonna like backtrack out of this room though. Maybe there's stuff before entering this room and like that's what I'm missing here. First we savin'. This game hasn't crashed before, but I really, really don't trust it. That's just gonna lead me back to the... But there wasn't a door up there or anything, was there? This is definitely just gonna lead me back to the rig. Maybe.
Doctor, you've now entered the waterworks section of the
Yeah,
rig.
like look, it's... Oh, hold
This
up. There's
control room may
exit
look
to
disorderly,
drills on the
because
map.
it is. I'm lost. Below is the rig's main drill outtake. Combat the strong current to open the...
Open the floodgates and release the goo.
Doctor,
And the map
below
shows an exit on the right side. Thought I was there. I definitely was there. I didn't see anything. Like they're making it look like the exit is this way. This is definitely not it.
My health is increased.
Maybe the door is underwater? I really don't see what they mean. I really don't see what they mean at all. When they say that I can get to the drills that way.
I feel stronger from this magic red bubbly. My health is increased.
The magic red bubbly voice line is back. But the stuck zap is gone. Maybe they mean like up there somehow. The zapping sound originally came from this weapon, and the problem is just that it got stuck somehow. If they showed the turbine being on the right side, that's just the ceiling. Yeah, I've got no idea. Hang on. Does this show me a map?
There are 3
Yeah, so we're
analog
there, and it
knobs that
says
regulate the
drills
turbine so that it
on the
doesn't spin
right.
too fast. Dial them up to bust
And
the
there's
turbine.
apparently an air vent and a door on the left that I don't even know about. Like, maybe when they say drills, the drills is like the goo pipe. We're not actually supposed to go to the drills that way. Maybe that's the goo that we disrupted. Or like another theory is that it might have to do with this platform here, which I came to. I don't have access to whatever this weapon is. That like might be the problem, just that like I'm like screwing myself out of major progress by missing some weapon. I think there was a weapon that I was meant to have the blueprints for earlier. I'm just gonna go back and see about the air duct and the door. Here's the door. Apparently there's an air vent. That's an air vent, but would that really be on the map? This is just like a stage detail. Like it's not even, it's placed inside of something else. I don't think it matters. There's a 3rd floor up there. Maybe that's where it is. I don't know how to get up there. Maybe if I use the elevator again, it would keep going up. There's also like spiderweb crap on the floor here, but it doesn't seem to really like connect to anything, so I'm not sure if that means anything. Okay. Oh, wait, hold up. There you go. Oh, God. Okay. Not sure if I'm able to, like... do anything about the mines exactly. I have to be able to, otherwise how do I get past the... Oh, okay. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm upside down right now. Like, if I were to let go of this, would I just, like, fall and die? I'm not allowed to untransform. Okay. Maybe if I put down the bomb. Okay. Wow, that took 2 hearts. I think. I might have already been at -1. This sucks. You just have to really, really slowly take care of all of these. Like, there's no, like, detonate now button. It's just this. I can't believe I'm gonna be playing this for like 30 hours, dude. Really? Hitbox stuck around for so long. Don't kill me and make me do all this again. You sneak through that one. And yeah, this guy is kind of disgusting, isn't he? I'm not sure what the appeal of Dr. Muto as a character is. He's kind of loathsome. Like, I don't like Dr. Muto. I like Mario, so I like playing as Mario, but I do not like Dr. Muto. I think he's just garbage. And so having to constantly play as him is just bad. And they, like, made all of his animal transformations incredibly ugly. Which isn't helping. Well, like, even human Dr. Muto looks like this, and is constantly making creepy comments about things. It's just like, I don't know, I think he's bad. If I were at Midway, and they put me in charge of this game, I would just scrap Dr. Muto entirely. You'd be playing as someone else in this game. No, Dr. Tapioca is also much too ugly to star in a 3D platformer. Trust me on that one. It's gonna be rebranded as a Jimmy Neutron game. Well, right now, Jimmy Neutron was busy. There are 3 Jimmy Neutron games, actually, on Gamecube, but the first Gamecube Jimmy Neutron game is, like, much, much lower effort than this. I'll put it that way. It's hard to describe exactly how that game is. We played it not too long ago. I'm hoping that the future Jimmys will be better, and I think they will be.
Amazing. I tried to lose you here, but you find me in the warehouse section of the waterworks. I was trying to take a nap. The gorilla is the only one that can
stand the heat in the pits.
So don't bother trying the jumps in your
Pits of what? Yeah, I feel like Jimmy Neutron will hopefully be less awful once it's being made by someone who isn't Big Sky. Oh, okay, it kind of just looks like you can walk through there, but the fire... No, you can't. I'm not sure if you can stand on those blue platforms as a human. He said don't bother trying to make the jumps, but those are platforms, not pits. So I think he was talking about different jumps. No. When he said pits, he meant platforms. Okay, makes perfect sense. To do the platforming with the gorilla, even though the gorilla just can't jump. You need to collect nearly 4,000 of those things. And they literally just put them one box at a time. Yeah, we definitely went from like peak midway to like bottom midway. This is just the worst. That was like some of the best midway games, and this is just the worst midway games. I don't know, we still have to play, after this, there's still another Mortal Kombat, and there's still, Overkill. I think it's called, the open world car combat one. Roadkill, not Overkill. It's not quite Banjo-Tooie. Banjo-Tooie has a lot more backtracking, although there will be a lot of backtracking during this playthrough. Right now we are partway through World 2, and we're sort of like... If I had to describe current game progress, we're currently like on our first sweep of all of the levels. And we're gonna have to do a second sweep. Because I think you have to collect everything. Or nearly everything. I would say this is just a collectathon 3D platformer with some very, very, very slow pacing and a very high collection requirement for finishing it. Like, I'm not joking that of these blue atoms that I've been collecting, we need about 4,000 of them. I think the amount you need is 3,850. I currently have 1436. There is music. If you listen closely, you can hear it. It's very quiet in the background, and it's very generic and repetitive. No. So the levels are kind of like sort of linear. It's mostly like linear path with some branches, I would say. Or like there's one way into this room and there's one way out of this room that leads to the next room. And then maybe in each room there's like one or two different ways of getting the main thing. Yo, settled. McTile final season. I agree. McTile is boring. The one inventory slot fire cape was real shit. Do I even want to be up here? What is all of this? Like, what even... Hang on, I'm gonna go back to see. Usually when you see one of those computers, it's because it's hinting at you. It's like telling you what to do to get one of the things. Oh, those... Okay.
Feel like you're surrounded by boxes? Good. If you can navigate the box maze without getting lost,
You'll get Terra. Cool. Okay. So we can just get on top of the box maze. How did I do that last time? Here we go. Yeah, you have to collect 20 hearts. Sometimes there's a heart that counts for 5. They're slightly bigger than the hearts that only count for 1, but they're basically identical looking, so you just kind of get them sometimes. If you're lucky and the developers put them in. Like, I think that one in the corner is a 5. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like, you ever play Jak and Daxter, the first one? In that game, I think you have to get like 100 blue, like 100 green eco to restore 1 piece of your life or something like that. And obviously the green eco is just everywhere. So you do get 100, but yeah, they've just taken that system. This is just Jak and Daxter's health. And then this game adds that. The I feel stronger from this magic red bubbly mechanic, where if you get 20 and you're at full HP, it adds an extra heart that you lose when you die. You never finished it? Oh, I love that game. It's not like earth-shattering, and you don't need to get everything. But like, I don't know, I love that game. This is like, I guess this is superficial of me, but I think it's really cool the way they did 3D platformer, but all of the levels are connected with no load screens. Or like, you know, they hid the load screens with elevators and convenient walls you can't see behind and stuff. But like the whole world just streams in, so it's like one giant connected 3D platforming collectathon world. And it's just like cool as shit. There's a spider thing there. aside from that, it's just like a
Doctor, you already
a
have
strong 3D collectathon type thing. They didn't screw anything up. It's good. The levels are fun. Yeah, and then with Jack 2, they were like... I don't know what that button did. Yeah, with Jack 2, like, I guess they were like... I kind of understand. Like, if you think about it, if you're Naughty Dog and it's 2002 or whatever, and you're starting planning for your next game, you know, Banjo-Kazooie came out in 1998, Super Mario 64 came out in 1996. It's easy to look at the Collectathon 3D platformer and see the success of Grand Theft Auto as well, and to say, like, okay, 3D platformer is no longer the meta, you know? It's time to change the genre. What did this button do?
Doctor, you already have full health.
Yo, hey Mayo. See, I'm pretty easy to please, I feel like, when it comes to 3D platformers. I just like running and jumping, but like, you can't... There's some things that you can't screw up, and you can't screw up the... Like, this game's problem is its pacing, for me. They screwed up the pacing. It's incredibly slow to play through this. Even a reason for me to be on this? I was told I would get Terra. Oh, there's an arrow. Hang on. Did that door actually open when I hit the button? The door still just looked like it was textured onto the wall. Maybe that door opens. Want to make a 3D platformer? Oh man. Tight level design is key. That's my opinion. Like, the difference between the best 3D platformers and the worst ones is like 99% level design. Like, you shouldn't have to like traverse very large fields to get to things, in my opinion. This is all just my opinion. But like, no one likes a game where everything is so spread out that you're just like... Like, think about Banjo-Kazooie. Think about, like, Spiral Mountain. Not Spiral Mountain. Mumbo Mountain, like, the first level. Like, think about how small it is. Think about how small all the levels in that game are, really. Like, that's perfect. To me, that's the perfect size. And like, you can honestly make up for like a lot of issues just by making it so that the levels are kind of small, so you don't have to do so much shit to get around them, and you can find things relatively easy. At least find where things are meant to be. Like the challenges for picking stuff up. Assuming you're going the collectathon route where you have to pick stuff up. The other thing I guess I would say is like regarding controls. Yeah, the Terra didn't spawn back here or anything. What did that button do? I legitimately don't understand what the... Oh, I get it. There's also a maze on the right side. I'm dumb. The other thing I would say is, like, if you think about what makes Mario fun to control, in Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine, because a lot of those games, like the reason why they're the best is because of how like fucking like good Mario is to move around. Like just the act of moving Mario is fun, not even like on anything in specific or in particular. And if you think about why that is, at least in my opinion, I feel like it's because like there's not a lot of like digital movement, quote unquote. Like think about how I'm moving Dr. Muto right now. I'm just holding the analog stick in a direction, and I can't do anything to make Muto move faster, and I can't do anything to make him jump higher. But like think about Super Mario 64, where you have like the dive, and depending on like if you jump, depending on when you press the dive button, your dive comes out at different angles, which can get you, or this is Sunshine, sorry, but think about Sunshine, like depending on when you press the dive in your jump, you get a different angle for your dive, which you can use to get more height or get more speed. And it's like it's not just an on or off movement speed thing. Like there's all kinds of different tricks that get you all kinds of different speeds and angles, and it's not just that there's ever like one way to get from A to B. I'm trying to think of how to put it, exactly what it is I'm trying to say. Because I don't think I'm saying it quite right. To think of having Sunshine-style side flips? Hell yeah. As the world's #1 Sunshine fan, I approve. Like, it's not necessarily that there just needs to be lots of different moves. It's like the way the moves function. I have no idea how to get there. There was a ladder or something. It's like depending on the angle of your analog stick and depending on the timing of when you press the buttons, you get different outcomes from the moves. And there's like a linear continuity, or not linear, but you know, there's like a continuity of like lots of different options. Like every frame that you could press the dive button on is going to get you a slightly different dive. It's not just a canned dive. I think that's what makes controls good in 3D platformers, and that's something that, having played lots of these now, basically every cheapo 3D platformer gets wrong. I mean, I think something like that can lead to a higher skill ceiling in a speedrunning sense, but it's not like you should necessarily be demanding that much skill. Depends what you're going for. Apparently that's climbable. It just says climb. I'm gonna go back. There was an elevator back at the start. Galaxy is very sluggish. I do not like Galaxy very much. I'll take any opportunity to talk about Sunshine, and I'll take any opportunity to complain about Galaxy. I think the issue I have with Galaxy is just that, like, Mario takes a really long time to get going. Like, he feels so sluggish to, like, move from a stop to where you're moving around. And his top run speed is kind of bad. And, like, all of his moves just feel like they come out so much slower. Like, he's moving through molasses compared to 64 and Sunshine. Odyssey's pretty fun. I don't hate Odyssey at all. The issue I have with Odyssey is just that, like, the moons feel like collecting nothing. Like, this is, I'm just gonna take this opportunity to praise Sunshine some more. But, like, in Sunshine, to get a shine, you kind of usually have to go through an ordeal. Like, they make you do a bunch of platforming, or, like, you have to do a bunch of crap to unlock a secret level without Flood that you then have to do, and then you get the shine. You know, compare that to Odyssey, where so many of the moons are just like, you ground pounded in a place, here you go. Here's a moon that's just sitting on top of something, there it is. And it's just like, I'm collecting them, and I'm progressing through the game, but I don't feel like I'm accomplishing anything, because I'm just picking stuff up off the ground. It's like they're coins. So I've never liked that. Like, yeah, the moons feel like they're blue coins, honestly. It feels like if you had to collect blue coins to beat the game. I have no idea where to go from here. Oh yeah, wait, hold up. Wasn't there spider webbing stuff on the side that I made note of? I feel like it's really weird that I can come up here and I don't have anything to do up here. Oh yeah, blue coins are absolutely the weakest aspect of Sunshine. I did 120 runs for a while, a couple of years ago, so I have them all memorized, and once you know where they all are, it's honestly really fun to collect them, but like, that's just me being a speedrun degenerate. They're not good. I won't try to excuse them. Yimo is the Odyssey defense force dude. He always shows up. Oh, that spider web just leads to nothing. The best 3D Mario and probably top 10 all time. Wow. Yeah, it's hard to speak objectively as well for like how hard the stars are to find in SM64. I don't honestly remember how old I was the first time I got 120 in that game, but I think that by the first time I actually played it myself, I had already seen the speedrun enough times that I knew where all 120 were right off the bat. I had played it any percent before then, but like, I'm a bit of a zoomer, so I didn't play the game as like a small child or anything. It's probably like 13. Oof, I'm definitely Sunshine 64, Odyssey, Galaxy 1, Galaxy 2. That's where I'm at. If you have to slot 3D World in there, then you can do that probably around Galaxy. It's about the same to me. The 3D World is pretty different, so it's kind of hard to slot in. I'm not sure. Oof, 64, dead last. Here's the thing. There's the bullshit spray water at the sunshine, and then that bullshit shine is somehow supposed to hint at you that you should also spray water at the moon, standing on a completely different mushroom in a completely different part of the level to get a blue coin. Well, I just like undid everything. I want to know what's up with the deal with that climb is though. Like, can I actually just climb that? Can I actually just climb this? Yeah, I think if you just were social, you could talk to the Piantas and they would hint at it. But like, I think it sucks. I think it sucks. So there. No, you can't just climb this. When they say climb, they're lying. I have to do all of this platforming again now. Yoshi has some weird physics you have to get used to. I'm gonna kill Dr. Muto and see if it spawns me back on the other side. Why is there a checkpoint here? Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think I talked to the Piantas like as a kid playing Sunshine, but it's been so long since I've not speedrun Sunshine. I don't know what the Piantas say. I guess they probably do hint at it, and I'm just complaining about a problem that doesn't exist. I mean, I'm fine with that. Like, I honestly like when NPCs hint at things. I love, like, in an RPG, when you go into town and the townsfolk actually, like, say useful things. Like, they tell you where the next dungeon is, so you don't have to wander aimlessly until you find it. Stuff like that. I love that kind of thing. That's definitely the exit from the level, right? Back there. Don't blame people for not doing it in a platformer. Nokia Bay. And with how many games on the Gamecube have had Nokia product placement in them, honestly, maybe it is Nokia Bay. I would honestly say that, like, of all companies that have done product placement on the Gamecube, I think Nokia has done the most. I think Nokia showed up in the most games. So, like, there was a ladder, right? It did. I feel like we saw a ladder. Oh, you can just get on top of this. Okay, never mind. This is free. I've kind of just been, like, operating under the assumption that you couldn't just walk on this because it's massive, but no, you can. It really looked like it would be out of bounds, but here we are. Not sure how to get on top of this, though. I think once you're on top of this, there's a jetpack. There's probably a jetpack somewhere in this room I'm supposed to be using. To be honest. Like, this does feel unintended. Oh yeah, and I never responded to Fraff's thing 16 minutes ago. The best 3D platformer with bad controls is... I almost want to say Sonic Adventure. I'm not sure. Does Sonic Adventure have bad controls? Can I say that about Sonic Adventure? It's often described as being hard to control Sonic because he's too fast. But I feel like usually the complaints are about the camera in those games. Okay, there it is. I just have to make this jump. Oh yeah, see, and then this one has the ladder on it that I was looking at in the cutscenes, and this is gonna get me the jetpack that gets me on top of all the other ones. Sonic does not feel like Dr. Muto. Sonic is good. I like Sonic Adventure 2. And 1. So, like, if you don't make it, like, am I just... Do I have to go all the way around again to get on top of this thing? Sonic is good. I can't even believe this is like a controversial opinion in gaming with like how massively popular the Sonic series has always been. And you still have to justify yourself for not constantly shitting on them. I have no idea which way is the right way here. I feel like it's gonna be the other way. Yeah, this just set me back really far in the level. This sucks. I have to do a lot of this stuff again now. And the worst 3D platformer with good controls doesn't exist. Because even if the controls... Like, even if the game sucks, it doesn't matter, because the controls are good, so it just makes the game fun. Oh, I missed a thingy. Missed a lot of thingies. I just didn't come on this at all. Worst 3D platform with good controls is A Hat in Time. That's valid. I haven't played A Hat in Time. It was kind of just like... It's one of those things. They definitely are like, we want the Sunshine audience, which is me. I am the Sunshine audience. But I feel like I'm being pandered to too hard by that game. So I'm not playing it out of spite. Is that a normal thing to do? I'm really sticking it to the man by refusing to play this indie game I would probably enjoy. I think I'm just gonna ignore the rest of this room. I'll come back if I have to. I can backtrack straight to this thing. If I ever find out that I'm like way short on isotopes. It's kind of underwhelming. Don't think I'd enjoy it that much. Alright, never mind then. Better than this, though. I mean, everything's better than this. This might actually be my least favorite 3D platformer I've ever played. Oh, come back! Shoot, I didn't realize that was an elevator. I'll say this as well, one final point about 3D platformers and making a good one. Feel free to disregard everything I just said, because sometimes you can have a game with not very interesting controls or a very interesting level design, and it's still fun. And I would point at Ninpen Manmaru for the Sega Saturn as a random example that came to mind and prompted me to say this. The penguin in that game just kind of walks around, and that's all he does. But that game still rules. I haven't played Ukulele. I heard around the time it came out that it's like kind of more of a Tui game than a Kazooie game, and I was like, alright, I've heard enough. No thank you. You know, obviously a fun vibe created by story and aesthetics and things, and good music can carry sometimes for some people. I'm not what I can't become one of those people who's just like, gameplay is everything. The graphics can be shit, the music can be shit, everything about it can be total shit. I'm here only for the gameplay and I care about nothing else. Like I'm not enough of a badass hardcore gamer for that. So as always, a fun vibe can carry. Oof, I'm missing a lot of isotopes. I might just want to start this over. Cool. Cannot stress enough that I am just describing Psychonauts. I didn't love Psychonauts. I haven't finished it, to be honest. I played it because Muck made me play it, and I quit when I got to,
It's a start. The outtake valves are open, but the intake pressure isn't.
Yeah, this is what I thought. There's like a weird spoke system going on in this. I got to the level where it's like spies in like a neighborhood, like a suburb, with like FBI Men in Black type dudes going around. And to even get into that level, I had to do a bunch of like shitty backtracking, because like you weren't allowed in if you didn't have some kind of something, I think. But then once you got in, at the end of that level, you had to like have some type of power to like get in to like some guy's house. And it was like, I don't have that power. And they didn't even tell you if you had the power or not. So after fucking around trying to get into his house for like half an hour, I just looked it up and it was like, oh, I'm gonna have to leave this whole level again to go get some stupid power. I quit. So yeah, this is dumping me. Yeah, this is back into this room. I remember being really confused in this room because all the doors were locked. I don't really know where that door I opened is, but I do remember there being locked doors that looked like that. So that's gonna be the way to go. So yeah, kind of my controversial 3D platformer take. Don't love Psychonauts. Here's the door.
Excellent, Doctor. You found the remote turret. Now, if you can hit all 8 targets before the time expires, you can check off another mission.
Oh wait, I'm supposed to be hitting these buttons, not the enemies. Yeah, honestly, I get what they were going for. I get what they were going for with the voice acting on the AI assistant guy. It's like a, you know, like a Hal, whatever. You know what I mean, but he's just incredibly boring. They just made him very bored. So that's all that was, huh? That's not the progress I was thinking it was gonna be. That was just nothing. Not sure if this is backwards or not. I feel like I might be going back. I feel like I might be going backwards through the... Yes, I have played the Portal games. Absolutely. I got Portal when they were giving it away for free because Steam for Mac OS came out. That was 2010. And then I got Portal 2 for the PS3. And I was excited to connect my Steam account when I got home to get the free Steam version that came with the PS3 version. Only to discover that earlier that day, PSN had been hacked and taken down, and it would stay down for over a month. I couldn't even play the multiplayer or hook up the Steam account or anything. So that was whatever year that took place in. Never finished Portal 2? Wow, that does make you a fake gamer, actually. You're gonna have to hand in your gamer card for sure. I've played Portal 2 a couple times, actually. I don't know why. For one reason or another, I think I've been through that game like 3 times. Don't even know what Portal is. It is a series of 2 puzzle games made by Valve in the late 2000s and early 2010s. They're known for being pretty decent games. Americus, you know why not. You know about Valve and the 3 meme. But yeah, I mean, I can see why not. Like, what do you do with it? I guess you just keep adding. Like, you could just make a whole series of constant Portal games where every game adds a new couple of mechanics. But like, you know, the Portal itself has been very fully explored. I'm not sure how much we need a third game. Besides, doesn't Shell, like, finally become free at the end of Portal 2? They finally let her leave. So, like, wouldn't that be sad if Portal 3, and then it's like, oh, you're back in there. You know, this is a different test subject now, or we had to kidnap Shell again, or something. I feel like it would be kind of sad to have to go back. That's true. Didn't they, like, patch the ending of Portal 1 to, like, have a proper sequel look? Something like that, maybe. Yeah. I mean, that seems to be how they still are. Like, in the only game they've made in ages is Half-Life Alyx, which I would say is transformative. Not that I've played it, but, I mean, I hear it is. I wish they would make more games. It's kind of bullshit that they don't. But they seem to stick to their guns on only making something when they have a pretty good idea. So wait a minute, how do I... Didn't I find some way to get out of this hallway? Like, as soon as I left that previous level, I'm dead. I'm not dead. You can just walk through the goo with this. I don't know why I didn't think to try that. Yeah, they're making CS:GO 2. That's kind of an exception, isn't it? They make new games when they have a good idea, or when their esports scene needs revitalizing. One or the other. No. Yeah, I mean, who needs to make a game when you own Steam? You can just print $1 billion by owning Steam. Yeah. Overwatch 2 is like maybe the biggest clown fiesta video game. I don't even... That's like very funny that they... Like, we're making Overwatch 2. Yes, it's going to be the exact same game as Overwatch 1. But now, with a single player and a much more predatory monetization scheme. Also, we canceled the single player. So it's just the same fucking game. It's insane that they did that. Like, why even make it? What even is it? It's just an update that they branded with a 2. You must make your way into the main drill room, disable the security lasers blocking the entrance door, to Hydro Station, to Waterworks. Wait. Hydro Station, Waterworks, turret control room, security. The menu is sticking off the top of the screen. I can't read that. Security dock? Wait, which one of those haven't I been to yet? Hang on, let me kill you. Yeah, but they could have. They were releasing new characters in 1. It's not like new characters necessitate a sequel. Is Crash 4 on Steam yet? Or is that still like the Blizzard launcher meme? Okay, Hydro Station's the one we haven't been to. And that's
Doctor, you must make
on
it.
the right side. Apparently there's a door to Hydro Station over here somewhere. In this room, this is just the turret control room. This doesn't lead to Hydro Station. I think I have to get back out into like the main room of this. Oh, hold up. I haven't been in the center. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm dead. Awesome. 9,000 enemies spawn. Now I'm all the way back here. I've never been into any Blizzard games, personally. They've never made anything that's appealed to me. I only play Dr. Muto and Dr. Muto likes. The Muto-like genre. That's true, I've never played the Lost Vikings. I watched a playthrough of Norse by Northwest: The Return of the Lost Vikings for PlayStation, which is the sequel. I once saw someone else play that. But no way in hell would I ever play one of those Lost Vikings games. My brain's too small.
My health is increased.
I don't know how to get to that platform. Oh wait, yeah, I do. Shh, come out, please. No. Just kill me. I don't even know how to get back. Oh, there's a ladder. Yeah, there was like something weird with that, right? See, I felt like I always heard that that game was a flop, but then as soon as they said, hey, we're gonna stop updating it, everyone was like, no! My Heroes of the Storm, how could they? I didn't know anyone played that thing. I thought it was a flop. Give me this. There's like blue boxes. I think. Yeah, whatever. I have not played Bloons Powered Tower Defense 6. No. I think I like know people who play that. I think I see Spock playing that game sometimes, but like, no, not at all. Is Blackthorn a Blizzard game? That's like one of those... Isn't Blackthorn one of those like cinematic platformers or whatever? Like out of this world and shit? It's a weird 2D shooter. Wait, I don't have to make this jump. Why am I waiting? No. Damn it. Well, at least I'm starting from here now. Which is much better. Bro. You rode the elevator with me. Go away. I basically just play... Why did I think that was a good idea? I deserve bad things. Why did I think that was a good idea at all? Yeah, I can't get into Hydro Station. Okay, I see the problem. Hang on. I'm gonna collect this one, and then I see. We have to just bring the blue idiot over here. From that corner. To get into Hydro Station. I can't believe I've only been playing this for an hour and a half. I feel like I've been playing this my whole life. How has it only been an hour and a half of Dr. Muto today?
From this magic red bubbly, my health is increased.
I think something particularly painful about this game is just that, like, every level is themed exactly the same. Like, even the preview, like, this is the water world, but this is, like, industrial water world. And then before this, we had industrial garbage world, which also looked exactly like this. Like every level is just this. Now I have to go into Hydro Station, and after I complete Hydro Station, it'll be the second switch. Like, it'll hit the second switch for opening the door in this room. And then, I don't know, hopefully it reveals the path to the third one of those, and then I do the third one. And then we fight the boss. And then I finally get to go to planet number 3. But yeah, look at progress, 1558 out of 4250, which is not halfway, but we're working on it. We're nowhere even close to halfway on Terra. That kind of hurts. Percentage-wise, I think we need all 86 Terra, and we have 30 right now. And I think we need 3850 isotopes, and we have about 1500 right now. That's where I think we're at. So wait, it is... What's this level called? To Hydro Station, and I have not been to Hydro Station yet. Correct. So we're not halfway done. Maybe not even close to halfway done. Okay. Okay, how? What am I missing? How is this jump possible? Oh. Oh. Yeah, I know how you're supposed to get up on top of those things now. You climb them with the gorilla. That's why it said climb. Those towers in that level we were in before.
Rotate the camera down so I can see where to avoid the fire. Damn, that stuff burns worse than beet.
Kind of forgot this mechanic existed. Oh, good. Well, this seems miserable. No, this is not the third world. This is Area 4 of Planet 2. Good, thanks, fire. Thanks for the double hit. Dude, you don't move fast enough to dodge these projectiles. I definitely have to actually time the fire. I can't afford to get hit by that. I need my health so that I can take a bunch of damage to the robots. Pianta 3. Yeah, I guess if you do it that way. I guess if you're a Pianta 3 the way the devs intended gamer. Which is nobody. Nobody does that the way the developers intended. Everyone had their own weird approach to that level as a kid. Dude, what? How tight is the timing for that? Like, when is the timing for that? Yeah, I never learned the intended way. So, I think what you're supposed to do is... We're just doomed. Yeah. I think what you're supposed to do is climb around on these nettings under the stage. And there's a place where you can come up that's close to the shine. But it's very long and tedious. And if you fall, you instantly die. So, and there's like a billion different ways to cheese it that are like pretty easy to come up with. So like my way as a kid, you could walk along like the river going through the center of the village. You could walk along the little river until you got to the pool in the center, and then you could have Mario kick up water from the pool to create a path. Yeah, you just splash the river water around by like getting in the water and then getting out of the water and then turning around to do a side flip, but not actually doing the side flip. You'd like kick up a little water, and you could make a pretty like good dent in the lava that way until you got close enough. I'm not going back for that. No. No! What? The timing for this is actually really tight. This does suck. I'm like caught on the edge. Turns out I am going back for it. I'm just doomed. Yeah. This is miserable, dude. You're not fast enough to dodge the projectiles. Of course, the grab just like goes right through him as well. That looked a little glitchy. I died in a couple different ways there at the same time. Shit. How come, like, when you get onto the pole, where you're at in the swing cycle is not always the same? Like, that time, the first time I pressed A right away and I got the good swing. The second time I pressed A right away and I just fell. Just clipped him through a wall or something. 15:30 my time. Gotcha. This is so bad, dude. It's such bullshit that I didn't get that jump a bunch of attempts ago where I got really far. Yeah, at least there's no game overs, but like... This is very bad. He's just camping the fire, dude. No. He's got a gamer up and dodge him. Give me health. That's not enough. We're fine though. This might checkpoint me or something. If I'm really lucky, there's a checkpoint here. I know there will be. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, time to find out. Good. Good, good, good. Good midway. Did I leave an isotope behind? Oh, shoot. There we go. I really don't want to be leaving any singles behind like that unless the part of the level is, like, terrible. Like, if I end up in the last stages of the game with extra isotopes, that is fine. I would much rather that and know that I wasted some time than have to go back and find isotopes in levels I've already played. which just sounds like the worst. Whoops. I couldn't see anything there.
Stronger from this magic red bubbly. My health is increased.
It's been a minute since I felt stronger from the magic red bubbly, dude. Been taking so many hits, I guess. There were another one just before the checkpoint. Man, imagine if you're a 1 HP and you're looking back and that guy got you. Well, I'm leaving one then, if there was one back there.
Welcome to the hydro
This looks
station
bad.
section of the rig. The main drill's intake may be disabled near the whirlpool area.
Near the whirlpool area.
This open water is filled with enemies in combat. There are also 3 sections of monkey bars on lockdown. Release them.
The arrow's pointing the other way, so maybe I went the wrong way on these. That's like I'm gonna come out of that door later or something. They literally just put isotopes randomly in the water like this, but then the draw distance is really bad, so they're hard to see.
I feel stronger from this magic red bubbly. My health is increased.
This game definitely was made to mess with specifically me. I was alive, they knew I was out there, and that one day I'd want to play all of the GameCube games. We were talking about this back when I was playing this game before, but apparently as well, this game has like Space Station Silicon Valley style accidental uncollectible isotopes. There was some interview someone posted about it, or apparently like, or some post by some developer. Or apparently they just didn't write down where they put all the isotopes, so then when the level design would change, some of the isotopes would end up out of bounds, and they just wouldn't know they were there. So that's how it happened. And I guess at no time did they think to run like a find all isotopes that are out of bounds for us script, you know, on the levels. I feel like that would have been something they could have done. And it couldn't have been that hard to do, but they didn't do it. They just left a bunch of impossible ones in the game. Oh, okay. Wait, it's just... Okay. Oh, no, that was just a 5. I thought that was a Terra for a sec. I was like, damn. Is there like one more box somewhere? Yeah. That was an easy Terra. Cool. Those things keep hitting me coming out of the cutscenes. Not sure which way I came from. Not sure why one of these is in this room. Is there a use for this anywhere, or is this just here? I think that's all just environment detail. Those aren't platforms. Not sure where I came from, so I guess I'll just go back this way. Okay, this was right. No, this was wrong. I'll take the save though. We're at 31 now out of 80, whatever it says, like 86. They better pick up the pace with the Terras in the late game, because, like, I'm nowhere close to halfway done with those. I feel like I'm going to get halfway done in the isotopes way faster. That's probably just because I'm missing lots of Terras, though. I'm going to stop, though. This game is exhausting, and I, like, barely slept last night as well, so I'm, like, pretty tired. I'm going to stop. I should probably play through this level, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stop. So that's our reintroduction to Dr. Muto, though. Yeah, Theo saw me finishing quests in RuneScape at like 5:30 in the morning. That's our reintroduction to Dr. Muto. You can look forward to like another 20 hours of this. Hopefully Yakuza 2 runs will go better. I don't think I'm going to stream tomorrow. Apparently, I'm racing Super Mario Odyssey at 15:30 my time, which is 3. So thanks for watching, everyone. I will see you all again probably on Saturday for this stream, but again, and hopefully with better Yakuza 2 runs. Yeah, I'm probably going to be busy with that all day tomorrow. Fraff. But yeah, later, dudes.